So, if you haven't heard, Clove has been nerfed once again by Riot. After like 30 different nerfs, this one might actually kill Clove. So if you haven't heard, Clove got a nerf this time to a molly and after death smoke. The molly nerf doesn't really matter, but the smoke after death is where it really hurts. From 14 seconds all the way down to just 6 seconds. That's over half of its duration gone. You can't even stick the spike anymore with its smoke. So in this video, I had the bright idea of trying out Clove to see if Clove is finally balanced or requires another nerf. Watch till the end to find out. First game on Fracture and our team wanted to go A. And so we slowly scaled up A main, but were stalled by a smoke and some utility. And after a while we started getting pushed, so we rotated to B. And honestly it didn't go so well. And we do lose the round here, but it's alright since it's just the first round. On the next round, I decided to force a sheriff to try and make a hero play. And we do decide to push A, and oh boy, it went horribly. So many things went wrong and we all just died one by one. And get run down by the neon. Finally now, we can full buy and decided to hit B because we haven't really hit it yet. So we quickly scaled up and planned the spike. But I really hated Fracture because the map layout is just overall so confusing. And I just can't get used to it. And unfortunately died there, and shortly after we do lose the round there. Next round I actually decided to use the rope to try and pinch the defender on site. So my plan was to slowly scale up, but we catch the neon sprinting for some reason right at the start of the round. So we do get a free pick there. And I hold their spawn with my ISO. And we see Gecko for a bit, but he tucks back in. So I waited for him to peek again. And we do get him, and we do get another person, but sadly ran out ammo. So I had to tuck back in to reload. And we do get the fourth guy, but sadly no ace because I ran out ammo when fighting the Brimstone. But anyways, we still won the round. On the very next round we wanted to go B. And I just ran up to main, and right before the brim smoke landed, we saw an AWP there, so that confused me like, if you wanted to AWP, then why did you smoke the AWP? But anyways, the way they altered main, and the Gecko threw a molly, and I nearly died from the molly because of the way they AWP. But I managed to escape and actually managed to get the way they too, and pushed down to side and get another one. So that's another win.
Reloading.
Next round, same thing, but my ISO actually gets the kill there, and the enemy Tejo opted behind me, so I had to run into side, and I managed to get one while doing that. And while on site, I peeked and got another one, and eventually peeked their spawn again.
One enemy remaining.
To find out that the last one was just AFK, so we win that one too. On the very next round, I waited at B again, hoping for someone to push, but nobody came. So I slowly scaled up and spooked. And since I had my ult, I had no fear of pushing, so we do get the brim there, and even the neon, and even the Tejo too, man. I really am just on fire today, and that's another win for us.
I worked up an appetite on that one.
Next round, same thing, holding for a push at B, and nobody come. So I slowly walked up again, making no noise, and just smoked their spawn. And since I had my ult, I had no fear of pushing. And I got the neon and the Tejo shortly after. Nice.
Nat 20. One enemy remaining.
This round, I walked up B again, and nobody was there this time. So I did the same thing again, pushing their spawn and getting through. Man, this game is too free. But the third guy does eventually get me, and I ult, but the enemy really is nowhere to reach me. So I sadly do waste my ult, and my KDA gets ruined a bit because of that. Anyways, last round, and guess what? I did the same thing again. I mean, you know what they say, don't change what works, and this time the neon stance and slide, but I still sit her down, like always. I wonder how her confidence is doing. And when I rotated to A and joined my team, it was already a 5v1 again, so yeah, I decided to push their spawn and get rewarded with another kill.
Flawless. We are just too good.
On the second half, I decided to go with a Sheriff again because I felt pretty confident. I mean, I'm top fragging and I have 21 kills, while my teammate doesn't even have double digit, so that really helped with my confidence. I played on A, but they went B, so I swiftly rotated but couldn't flag back in time. So we just waited for the brim smoke to time out before starting our retake. And when we do start, I do whiff pretty badly but managed to secure pick. So basically cleans up the rest, so yeah, that's that.
I was sweating.
Drop in a smoke.
When we go out there,
Next round, I buy an outlaw holding B main. And guess what? They of course don't hit my side, instead they hit A. This time forcing me to rotate, and our race just lets the way they get by. So I had to fight a Bucky in close range with an outlaw. Needless to say, we lost this round. So after that round, we were pretty broke, so I just bought a Sheriff and played on B. And they actually came, but from the other side. I didn't manage to get any picks, nor any damage. And we were put in a 1v1 situation.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Grenade!
We sadly don't win it. Is the 3-9 curse real? I mean, it seems like they might actually come back at this rate. This round, I played on A and just hope that someone just peeks into my crosshair, but once again, they just come from the other side. And I do get one trying to rush out from main, and eventually they all fall one by one. So that's a round win for us, making us one step closer to winning the game.
Reloading.
tack. This is a very impressive group.
Next round, I did the same thing again because it worked last round. Why wouldn't it work again? But they didn't come A, and their spike was left stranded near the rope, so like, what? But anyways, the Neon tried to slide on me with a judge, but I didn't let that slide. Haha, get it? Because she slid, and I can't let that slide. I'm sorry. Anyways, on the next round, I tested a one-way smoke on this box at B, and it doesn't really work out nicely because there was a huge gap before the smoke actually blocked anything. But whatever, nobody was there. So I just pushed, and apparently they just hit A while my team just ran through A and saw nobody. There was a judge though that got my ISO, but I do get the trade. But someone was behind me and got me, so I had to ult. And I do manage to get a pick while ulting, but the Brim throws the molly on the spike to try and delay.
Thank you.
But unfortunately for him, it didn't work out because I got the spike at the perfect time to not die and still get the defuse with about 1 second to spare, and managed to get the win there. So yeah, that was me trying out Clove after the nerf, and oh boy, Clove is definitely still very strong and probably needs another nerf. I mean, considering how Clove picks me up can give you such a huge movement boost for such a long time, makes you literally untargetable, and that's what makes Clove strong. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.